You are watching New York Giants Now by Chat Sports. I am Marshall Green, and it is mailbag time. I asked you guys to ask me some questions in the comments section on some recent videos using hashtag Giants. And if you want to get on the next New York Giants mailbag, go down in the comments, ask your questions, use hashtag Giants so I can find those questions easier. And remember, if you want to be featured on these mailbags, you got to be a subscriber. Let's hit this first question coming in from Ricardo Santiago. Hashtag Giants. How many passing yards for Daniel this season? That is a great question, Ricardo. This is a big season for Daniel Jones. He's entering year 3 as the New York Giants signal caller, and it is time for him to show Giants brass, Dave Gettleman, and the Mara family that he was worthy of being that first-round draft pick. When you go and look at his stats and his first 2 seasons in the NFL, some things to be happy about, some things to be not so happy about. First thing that pops off the page to me are fumbles. 18 fumbles in his first season. He did get better, and you can tell that he worked on that heading into his second season, cutting his fumble total down by 7. 3,000 yards his first season, almost 3,000 yards his second season. On average, he throws for 230 yards per game. And if you times that by 17, because there's 17 games this season, that will be just over the 3,900 passing yard mark. And that's where I think he's going to be around. Because when you look at this Giants skilled depth chart, the amount of weapons that Daniel Jones will be playing with this season is better than ever before. Hopefully, Kenny Golladay can get back out on the field sooner rather than later when it comes to that hamstring injury. And the same with Kadarius Toney. We'll talk about him a little bit later. Who knows what's going on with him? A question mark around his injury. But having Saquon Barkley back this season is going to be huge for Daniel Jones and critical for his success. Evan Engram, he'll be back manning that tight end spot. And Sterling Shepard. This is going to be a career year for Shepard. I think he's going to lead the Giants in receptions. But in total, looking at this depth chart, there is no way that Daniel Jones, not saying he has, can make the excuse that he does not have the playmakers that he needs. This guy is surrounded by weapons, and I'm expecting big things from him. But I want to know what you guys have to say about this. Chat Sports, New York Giants Now, we are an interactive YouTube channel. This channel and these videos mean nothing if there's no interaction between us two. So answer this one for me. Well, over-under, a little game of over-under. Over-under 3,800 passing yards for Daniel Jones this season. If you think he will throw for more than that, go down in the comments and type your O for over. Or if you think he'll fall short, go down and type your U for under. Next question coming in from NY Giants for Life 10. Shout out Eli Manning. I'm assuming that's what that 10 stands for. Giants, is this the year that Evan Engram breaks out? Should the Giants sign Engram to a new contract? He was a Pro Bowler last year. Well, first thing I got to say about this, the Pro Bowl means absolutely nothing. Everyone knows, and if you're a Giants fan, you know, Evan Engram, he was just unproductive last season. I think he is going to take big strides this season, but when you go back to last season, drops, and more drops were the problem for Evan Engram. When he was targeted, it ended up being 5 interceptions, and 3 of those were due to drops. And according to Anthony Reinhard, those interception drops cost the Giants 35 points. And when you're a team like the Giants, that was a scrappy group, not the most talented bunch last year, you need every single point possible. But I'm all in. I am drinking the Kool-Aid on Evan Engram once again. I think this is finally going to be the year that he lives up to that first-round draft stock out of Ole Miss. This is a guy that was supposed to be the new wave of tight ends that the Giants were going to add. Evan Engram, he's an athletic guy. He was supposed to be that seam buster. And I kind of partially put blame on Jason Garrett last year due to the lack of success of Evan Engram, just because I was tired of seeing Evan Engram run drag route after drag route. I want to see him push the field vertically, and I'm hoping Jason Garrett will improve upon his play calling so Evan Engram can step into a bigger role for this Giants offense. But let me know what you guys think. Will Evan Engram break out this year? If you think this is finally going to be the year that he lives up to that big round 1 draft hype, go down in the comments and type your Y for yes. If you're out on Evan Engram and you don't think he's going to ball out and you think he's going to be a free agent because the Giants aren't going to offer him a new contract extension, go down in the comments and type your N for no. Next question coming in from Christopher Toney. I see you in the comments all the time. I appreciate that, my man. Hashtag Giants. Platzgummer looks to make the roster, and will Toney cousin playing any preseason games? So first, you're telling me Kadarius Toney is your cousin. If so, tell him I want him on the show. Let's get that interview rocking and rolling. And on Sandro Platzgummer, the fan favorite, he is a part of the NFL International Player Pathway Program, which essentially means the Giants, they are able to have an extra spot on their practice squad for him, and they will not have to cut him. So this past week when the Giants had to get down to an 80-man roster, he was essentially the 81st guy. So Platzgummer, I don't think he's going to make this 53-man roster, but I do think and I know he will be a part of this Giants practice squad for the second year in a row. But the Toney situation, to get back to it, it is concerning because where has he been? Nobody knows what is wrong with him. Joe Judge and the Giants staff, they say there's an injury, but nobody is saying what kind of injury it is. There's already been so many things surrounding Kadarius Toney this offseason that leaves your head scratching saying, why did the Giants draft this guy? There was stuff coming out before the draft that he had some off-the-field issues. And now it just seems like he's just not all that interested. It's an injury to be unnamed. I'm concerned. I think you guys are concerned. But I do think when Kadarius Toney is able to get onto the field, whenever that is, he's going to be a game breaker for this Giants offense. He's one of those guys that you just want to get the ball in his hands and let him go to work. This is someone that's going to make the life of Daniel Jones much, much easier. Subscribe to New York Giants Now by Chat Sports because we're doing stuff that no other outlet covering the New York Giants is doing. We're pumping out content almost daily on the latest news, rumors, trade rumors. There's been 2 breaking trades following the New York Giants this past week, and we had videos within minutes. So if you want to stay up to date on the latest news, rumors, trade rumors surrounding your beloved New York Giants, go down and hit that big red button and subscribe. Next question coming in on this New York Giants mailbag from the Rainbow Cow. What a name. When will the Giants give Jabrill Peppers the contract he deserves? Easily a top 6 safety in the league. I think you're stretching a little bit with being a top 6 safety in the league, but I absolutely love Jabrill Peppers. He is kind of like that. He's kind of like a honey badger type of player. He can play all over the field. He can step into the box and defend the run, as well as slide into the slot corner and play a little bit of man coverage. He can obviously play safety. That's his natural position. But this is a guy that's he's the heartbeat of this New York Giants defense. And I'm not sure what the Giants are waiting for. Jabrill Peppers last season posted career-high stats in almost everything across the board. 91 tackles, 8 tackles for loss, 2.5 sacks, and 11 pass breakups. All of those being career highs. I think Jabrill Peppers is going to take another step forward for this New York Giants defense, and he is going to be the leader and the captain of this New York Giants defense. When it comes to contracts and numbers, we'll show some graphics right here of the highest paid safeties in the NFL. Jamal Adams recently signed that record-breaking deal with the Seattle Seahawks. I don't think Jabrill Peppers fits into this top 5 safety market, but when you slide into the next 5, I think this is where he may slide in, hopefully as a Giants fan, on the back half of that, somewhere around the John Johnson or the Marcus May value. But this is a guy that the Giants need to bring back. He's the heartbeat of this defense, and he has showed that he bleeds New York Giants blue. So I need Dave Gettleman to get it done and sign Jabrill Peppers to a long-term contract extension. They should have done it before this offseason so they could have created more cap space. But here nor there, as a Giants fan, I'm just hoping he'll be here for the long term. Next question coming in from Justin Balawan. Saquon obviously makes the QB's life so much easier when he's on the field. Defense is as solid as they come, and wide receiver core got better with the additions of Golladay and Toney. No excuse for Danny Jones, right? He's got to be on the hot seat. Well, honestly, Saquon Barkley and Daniel Jones, in my opinion, are on the hot seat. Both of them are on the hot seat because Daniel Jones, it's his 3rd season entering the NFL, and the Giants are loaded with draft picks heading into the 2022 NFL Draft. 2 first-round picks, 2 third-round picks, and a second-round pick. If Daniel Jones struggles, the Giants could package those picks to move up inside of the top 5 or the top 10 and get their guy. And why I say Saquon Barkley is on the hot seat, because he is entering the contract year of his rookie deal. He's coming, obviously, off of an ACL injury. And if he struggles this year or gets hindered by the injury bug again, Why would the Giants tie big future money and long-term guarantees to a guy that 2 years in a row was unable to stay on the field, and at a position like running back, he plays a position with a high injury probability? So for Saquon Barkley, he knows it. He needs to go out there and have a career year. Before he hurt himself last year and tore his ACL, there was rumors that Dave Gettleman and the Giants front office were going to make him the highest paid running back in the league. So he knows it's a big year for him, and so does Daniel Jones. So that's why I'm saying both are on the hot seat. This question coming in from Lorana. Hope I didn't botch that name too much. Giants, who starts at linebacker for us? We have one spot locked in, but who starts next to Blake? Obviously, Blake Martinez, the linebacker number one, the Mike backer for this Giants defense. He's going to be wearing that green dot on his helmet again. But these are some guys that I think could step up and be that second linebacker playing alongside Blake Martinez. Tay Crowder, the 7th-round draft pick in the 2020 NFL Draft out of Georgia, he flashed as a rookie. I like him. He needs some more reps to build up that experience, but you see the game-breaking ability that he possesses. Reggie Ragland, the free agent signing, a veteran in this league, a tackling machine, a big guy. I think he could be that guy. But a sleeper that I think won't start at the beginning of the season next to Blake Martinez, but could come in on pass downs, and as the NFL season progresses, will get more reps alongside Blake, is Carter Coughlin. He used to be an outside linebacker last year in his rookie season, but he's transitioning to be an inside linebacker, and because of Patrick Graham, he is going to be dialing up and calling blitzes for Carter Coughlin to get to the quarterback, and that's why I think he is going to be successful in this linebacker core and maybe even be linebacker 2 next to Blake Martinez. But I want to know what you guys have to say about this. Help me out. I'll be down in the comments chopping it up with you guys. Who do you want to start at middle linebacker with Blake Martinez? I gave you my 3 most likely outcomes and guys that could be there, but go down in the comments and let me know what you think. If you want to get in on the next New York Giants mailbag, go down in the comments and type #Giants so I can go down there and pick out your questions. Ask me absolutely anything. The NFL season is just 2.5 weeks away. I am absolutely pumped to see what this New York Giants team is going to do, and I know you guys are too, so give us a subscribe so you can stay up to date on everything surrounding the New York Giants. And if you want to talk more New York Giants football or when I'm not on these videos, hit me up on Twitter @MarshallGreen_. Send me a DM, mention me, ask me a question. I'll also pull those questions and put them on future New York Giants mailbags. But give me a follow and let's chop it up. Let's talk some Big Blue.